Hello everyone, I'm your boy BenBoy, and welcome to a brand new video idea slash series that I'm going to be starting again here on my channel. This is a video that I've done twice before. Once I think actually managed to get on the channel. Second time, it did not get on the channel. And this is a series idea that I've had for a while called, and this time I actually have a name for it. It's called Drive or Dive. And basically the premise of this video series is to load up GTA 5, as you can see that we have here loaded. We got our buddy Franklin there. And we're gonna load up GTA 5 and see what vehicles are actually, like, really good in this game. Now I'm not talking about in terms of, like, combat reasons for GTA Online, just the ones that are, in my opinion, the most fun to drive based off of 5 custom drive or dive tests that I have devised. Number 1 will be the customization test. How customizable is this vehicle in this game? The second test is the speed test. How fast does this vehicle actually go? 3 is the evasion test, so we're going to be giving ourselves various levels of stars, and we will try to evade the police and see how long or how easy or how hard it is. Fourth is the durability test, where we shoot it with different weapons and see how it fares against them. And last but not least is the 5th special test. Now, this is the only test that will pretty much consistently vary. So, for example, if we do an off-road vehicle, we'll test how good at off-road it is. If we do like a supercar, we'll see how good it is at city slicking. Same with sports cars and sports classics. If we pick, you know, basically that test will be the same for most vehicles. Most vehicles will just go take it out and do some city slicking with it and see how it fares. If it has a different, I guess, specialty to it, then we'll test it out. Like, for example, if it's a tank or a weapon that has a gun, we'll also test out its destructive power with its weapon. So, without further ado, let's actually start this video series off with one that's very strong and one that I've done before. The trophy truck. I believe it is a Vapid brand trophy truck, if I'm not mistaken. So let's head over here. Is it Vapid? I think it's Vapid. I think the trophy truck is Vapid. Let's find out here real quick. Yes, it is. The Vapid trophy truck. Oh my god, and it just sounds fucking amazing, this truck. I love this truck simply because of how just amazing it looks and how amazing it sounds. But anyway, unlike the previous iterations of this video, I actually have a really good trainer called Simple Trainer, which is a really awesome trainer for us to play around with here. So without further ado, let's pick this lovely observatory up here, and we will go ahead and get into the customization test. Let's see what kind of customization options we can do to this lovely vehicle. Vehicle color menu. So obviously we can make this vehicle pretty much any color we want. Chrome looks disgusting on there. And I can't seem to take it off. Okay, there we go. So it seems like you can do pretty much every color you can do with a normal vehicle on this vehicle. So, boy, I'm really liking that harbor blue. So yeah, it looks like it has a primary, which affects a solid amount of the truck. It's pretty much just the body of the truck, it seems. And then we also have this boy right here, which is the secondary, which seems to affect a lot of the caging around the truck, which is quite interesting. So I think we're just gonna go with normal black there for that. We also have rims and other things. Uh-oh, I did not mean to do that. Sorry, I'm still new with this trainer, so I apologize for the amount of struggling I am doing. There we go, we'll just set the rims to black. So color-wise, it seems like a pretty standard vehicle. It doesn't seem like there's much special things you can do when it comes to color. I'm not sure if you can edit the yellow there of the interior. Let's go ahead and actually... Let's go ahead and turn this engine off, because it is kind of loud in my ear, not gonna lie. Alright, so... what else do we have here? Where's the vehicle customization menu? There's vehicle livery menu. Okay, so what liveries does this vehicle have? It does not seem... oh, here we go. Alright, so it looks like we have the Vapid livery. Alright, so it looks like a kind of like a off-road race truck. We have the Flames livery, which is really nice, and then we have none. So it looks like we have two liveries, both of which put fake headlights on, which I think is funny. And they just seem like your standard, you know, racing ones. You know, you got number 45 and number 27 there. And it seems like the liveries are just, you know, they got some product placement and... yeah, just like, you know, your standard dirt racing liveries there. Go up to the vehicle mod menu here and let's see what we can possibly do to this. So spoiler has no options, front bumper has no options, rear bumper has no options, skirt has no options, exhaust has no options, chassis seems to have no options, grille has no options, hood has no options, left wing, right wing, roof, engine we can put the EMS upgrades on, however we're going to keep it stock for this. We also have the different brakes, we'll go stock brakes, stock transmission. You have a bunch of horns, we'll throw the truck horn on there. Beautiful. Armor we'll keep standard. Wheels... okay, wheel options. Let's see what we got for the wheel options. So that's stock. Basically all the off-road wheels, it seems it's giving me right off the bat. So we're gonna do stock. We're gonna keep those stock. Change wheel type. Okay, so you could put all kinds of different wheels on it. Like, not very surprising. It looks like it looks like vehicle tint or window tint doesn't do much at all to this vehicle, which is interesting. You can also set tire smoke colors. Foolproof tires will turn that on. Vehicle components. I don't see anything changing on the vehicle. Yep. Benny's does something to this. I'm just checking everything to make sure that there's no possible customization here on this vehicle. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, you can change the interior strut color. Interesting, interesting. Alright. That's pretty cool. We're gonna go with the dark red. I think that looks good. Dashboard colors. Can you change the color of the dashboard at all? No, it doesn't look like you're changing any of the interiors. Look like the dashboard, struts, windows, all vehicle doors. Oh, that looks nice. Okay, so yeah, it seems like there's not much that you can actually do with this vehicle in terms of customization. So in terms of the customization test, the very first test, I'm gonna give this a 2 out of 10. Actually, nah, we'll probably rate it out of 5, just keep things simpler. I'll rate this a 2 out of 5 in terms of, it has the primary and secondary colors, so that's gonna be the 1 and 2 points, is that you can very defaultly edit the primary and secondary colors, as well as the tires and the tire colors. Basically, your default vehicle. Default vehicle customization is gonna be a 2 out of 5. So, unfortunately, it did not score that well on that test, but hey, you know, it's a fucking beautiful truck. I kind of have a little bit of bias towards this truck, mainly because, I have played around with this truck before, obviously. Like I said, I've done this video twice, so, I'm gonna have a bit of bias towards it. Alright, so now we're moving on to the next test, which is the speed test. So there's two different versions of the speed test. There is the speed test that involves the vehicle not upgraded and the vehicle upgraded. First of all, right off the bat, I noticed that we have some spitting going on. We have some exhaust. You know, fire spitting on the back of the vehicle. This is definitely not a road legal vehicle. Oh my god, listen to that car, man. Or this truck, I mean. So obviously this vehicle would not be road legal normally, as it does not have taillights or headlights. I mean, it has lights on the front, but it has no indicators, no taillights, no headlights. Pretty fucking strange vehicle. But, so let's go ahead and get the speed test up and running. We'll go ahead and pick an open road. Now, this is completely stock here. The brakes are horrible. Oh my god. Alright, so it looks like we're just gonna... I'm just gonna haul ass up to the county. Like, that's the place where this thing would really shine. So let's start speeding up. As you can see in the top right corner here, we have a speedometer telling us how far we're going. So we're already up to almost 100. Just coming out of the observatory. It looks like it's maxing out at around 100 here. I feel like if we maybe really concentrate on downhill, we could get it over 100. Alright, here we go. Downhill. Come on, baby. Hit 100. Hit 100. There's 100. 108, 109, 110. Alright, so it looks like it's doing well. Looks like it's doing pretty well in with just stock. It looks like it maxes out at about 110 downhill. Maybe 110 to 113 downhill. So very interesting there for this trophy truck here. Seems like in terms of the speed test, it is at about a 110 to 113 max speed, according to my tests anyway of driving down that road. Let's go ahead and hit up some upgrades. Now, obviously, these speed tests and all this other stuff, it isn't going to be perfect, because I'm not, you know... I feel like if I just went to the airport and did a straightaway at the fucking airport, these videos would be really boring. So I'm just not gonna bother with that. So here we're gonna up all the way up the engine, brakes, transmission. Alright, so we've given it everything including turbo. So now we're gonna try to see what we can get this truck up to now that we have it upgraded all the way. It seems like the acceleration's a little faster, about the same. And this thing is still maxing out. Oh, well, we're on flat ground and it hit over 100, so that's good. That means that it's a bit faster. We're gonna go flying down Joshua here. Looks like we're maxing out at 108, 109, going down Joshua here, in relatively a straight line. It's like 108 is its top end in terms of going down Joshua. You can hear that turbo there just whistling at us as we go flying down the road here. Pretty crazy. Alright, so let me pull into, let me pull off here. So it seems like now, before the previous test, we were going downhill, not on flat roads, but it does seem to have a bit of a faster acceleration and top end when it is upgraded, because if you remember, we were flying just about 97 to 99. Not even. We were flying... What was it? I believe we were flying around somewhere between 91 to 98. Like, in, like, the mid-90s spectrum when we were on flat. Now, this is going over 100 on flat, which is really fucking cool. So, I am glad that this vehicle is holding up. And it's not the fastest thing in the world for sure, but it's definitely got some speed on its top end. That is a definite fact. This thing has some really good top end, and I'm glad that it can go this fast. Because a truck that sounds as beastly as this definitely needs to step up its speed in order to compete with a lot of other off-road vehicles. Alright, so here we are outside of the county sheriff's office. So let me just increase one in level to 2. And we'll sit here and we'll wait until a police officer decides that he wants to catch up with him. Is it possible for... Oh, here comes an officer. Here we go. We'll let them swarm us a little bit, and then we'll take off once they get really close. Like, I'll say once they get within a block of us, we'll take off. Alright, so that one's turning right. Down, Mountain View here. This one's coming in. I will wait until they see us. Alright, let's go. Alright. So now we're gonna be taken off from the police and see how... Oh my god, very aggressive. Jesus. Forgot how aggressive the GTA 5 NPC cops are. Alright, so it looks like we're getting a bit of a gap here. They're gonna have to slow down and take that turn because they're AI. 80 miles per hour? Nope, we're going about 100 at this point. Alright, so we're gonna take the outside around this truck. And we're gonna go all the way down to about the turnoff of Stab City here, and then we're gonna take a left and go off-road. So it looks like the cops are definitely putting up a chase, for sure. They're definitely putting up a chase on me. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and make a left here off into the dirt. And this is probably where we'll lose them unless the game decides to spawn a cop right in front of me. God damn, it is going so quick. This truck is going so quick on the dirt. It is unreal. This thing just eats the dirt. Okay, so it looks like it spawned a officer right in front of me. We were two-wheeling it a little bit. We're still going. We're still going. Uh-oh. Losing control a little bit. We got too fast. Alright, I'm gonna take a right here and go down Panorama Drive here for a minute. We'll head down this way. It looks like this cop's gonna intercept us, but I'm gonna make a left here onto Chala. And then we're gonna take another left here. We're gonna try to take Smoke Tree out to the U-Tool, and maybe I can hide out behind the U-Tool. Maybe they won't see me coming there. Maybe they won't see me behind the U-Tool. Oh, dead coyote. There it is. Hoping that they won't have the brains come check behind the U-Tool. I think back here I might be A-okay. Seems like there's a cop coming down the dirt road that I just took. You know, the AI is really trying here to catch me. And it looks like we lost the 2-star, which is really something else. It's not surprising that I was able to lose the 2-star. I was definitely expecting this truck to be able to lose the 2-star. But now we're gonna step it up a little bit. Now we'll see how this truck does versus a 3-star wanted level. Okay. Here comes the chopper. I'll wait until the chopper sees me, and then we'll go ahead and take off. There we go. The chopper has made visual contact with me, and now it is time for me to attempt to take off. Now keep in mind, the only thing that I put on this vehicle is bulletproof tires, because I didn't want the police officers to shoot my tires up, and it would be the shortest police chase ever in the history of the world. So that is why I threw them on. So right now we're smoking these police officers right now. Just absolutely smoking them. For some reason the prison decided to go on alert, even though I'm literally passing right by them. Fuck that guy. We got a roadblock here. So here's one of the perks to this truck, is that it's an off-road truck. So that means if at any point I wanted to, you know, just decide, fuck the highway, well, we can go ahead and decide fuck the highway. And this truck has such good suspension, and such good off-road capability that it just eats the dirt. It just eats it for breakfast, man. Oh my god, this thing is beautiful. Just a beautiful car. So yeah, since we're on 3 stars, it looks like the cops are getting a bit more outrageous. Oh my god, I almost just flipped her there. That was pretty crazy. Alright, so it looks like we're coming back out into Harmony here on Route 68 here. Gonna hit the right here and head down this dirt road as well. We're gonna hit as much dirt as possible, as much wilderness as possible. Looks like we outran the police chopper, which is not a surprise. The only negative towards these off-road routes here is that they are very long roads, and unless you get lucky with the police spawns, they will always spawn in front of you. And it looks like we might get picked up by a chopper again here, because I'm going to hit just the edge of his field of vision. No, he did not see us. Which means as long as they do not come onto the airfield, we should be clean to hide out at the airfield and escape this 3-star wanted level. Whoa, slow down, I'm getting a little strung out here. Looks like a cop spawned at the police, yes. I was about to say police station, at the airfield, but it doesn't matter because we have successfully escaped the police. Very nice. So that 3-star was a little bit crazier, and it seems like once I put this truck's strengths to use, and I actually decided to, you know, use the dirt, I actually decided to use this truck for its purpose. It actually hit the dirt off the highway. It seemed to do very well, because that is what this vehicle is designed to do. Right. So, now we're going to move on to the 4th test, which is going to be the durability test. So before we do that, I'm going to go ahead and vehicle options. I'm going to fix and clean this vehicle real quick. And I'm also going to turn on Never Wanted, because we're going to be firing some weapons at this vehicle. So I'm going to go ahead and pull out of the airport garage here, and we're going to go ahead and park up here. We have the trophy truck in load slot 1. So we're going to be going from lowest caliber to highest caliber in terms of damage. So we're going to start with the S&S pistol, and I'm going to see how many shots it's going to take to get this thing smoking. We're going to shoot it all right in the engine block, just to make it a lot more simple on this. I'm not been counting the shots. We're just going to see how long it takes to get this thing smoking. It's not smoking. This thing is being a trooper here. Getting it. Okay, that looks like smoke. That looks like it's definitely smoking. Alright, so it didn't take very long with an S&S pistol to get this thing smoking. Same exact one that we loaded with no armor whatsoever. We're gonna go ahead and hit it with the default pistol a bunch of times and see how it does. We're also gonna remove the hood again, because I feel like that's the best way to get a controlled test on here, is to remove the hood. That's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna back it up here, so then that way, not in the way. Oh, it looks like the fire put itself out on the first trophy truck. Is it running? Does it run? It does not run. The vehicle is totally destroyed. I can't even. I'm tapping Y, and I can't even get into the vehicle. So, sayonara, Mr. Trophy Truck. We will miss you, buddy, because you are just not gonna cut it. Right, so default pistol. Let's see how long it takes to get the default pistol. Looks like we're gonna have 1 mag here, 2 mags, and it's smoking in 2 mags. 3 mags still smoking. Looks like it's drinking some fluids as well. Alright, so about a quarter to halfway through the 4th mag of the normal pistol, it seems to be set on fire. Right. Good to know. So, let's step it up a caliber. Or not necessarily a caliber, but let's step it up and use the micro SMG. And see how the micro SMG does at making our good old Vapid trophy truck here lose its ability to be driven. I'll see. Oh, 1 mag is not even smoking. Wow. Okay, let's try that. Let's 2 mags. 2 mags and it's smoking just like the pistol. And 3 mags it's on fire. Okay, so it took about a little less than the pistol set this thing on fire. Very interesting. So let's go ahead and test the rocket, even though I know what it's gonna do. Let's just go ahead and blow these up, so that way they're marked for despawn by the game when we go ahead and drive away. Well, obviously, these things can't take shit for rockets, which is pretty expected, because almost every vehicle gets absolutely oofed when you get a rocket launch. So let's go ahead and load another trophy truck. Get in this bad boy, and let's go ahead and drop the hood off of it. Just like every other time, and we're gonna go ahead and test an assault rifle next. See how this does. So, the pistol, the normal pistol did it in about 2.5 mags. The SMG did it in 2 mags. Let's see where the default AK-47 assault rifle stands on that. It looks like in about 3/4 of a mag, it's already smoking. And it looks like in a quarter of the next mag, it's on fire. So it looks like it takes a mag and a quarter to completely disable a trophy truck that has no armor, which is pretty interesting. I'm gonna see how she fares against the shotgun. Alright, so looks like 6 shells, it starts smoking. So 6 normal pump shotgun shells start smoking. And it looks like by 10 shells, it seems to be set on fire. We're gonna go ahead and pump it up to 100 armor. And we will test the same weapons again. But this time, we shall see how it fares with armor and with the hood on. Let's go ahead and hit it right in the hood here. It seems like it's not taking any damage whatsoever. It looks like all of them looks like different, at least to me. It looks like it's taking like a champ right in the hood. I don't know, what is that, 3? Is it the 4th mag? 4th mag looks like it's smoking. 5. 6. 6 and stripping fluids. 7, so about 6.5 and it's on fire. At 100 armor. At 100 armor, it seems like it's 6.5 to set it on fire. Let's go ahead and spawn another trophy truck here and see if we can... Alright. Now let's try the micro SMG and see how much it takes to set it on fire. That's 1 mag. That's 2 mags. And also all these weapons are completely default and not modified whatsoever. So you have no attachments. That's 3. 4. 4 and it's light smoking, it looks like. Again, the 5th is heavy smoking. Alright, it looks like it takes about 5.5 mags to actually set the trophy truck on fire with the micro SMG. Next, we're gonna try the assault rifle. So let's see how it fares up here. That's gonna be 1 mag. That's gonna be 2. And it's smoking. So it looks like it's about 2.5 with armor to get this thing smoking, which is pretty ridiculous. It's still gonna be 2.25 for this thing to be just absolutely destroyed and on fire. Last but not least, we're gonna hit it with the shotgun. I believe it took 10 shells to get it on fire without armor, so let's see how much with armor. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, we got 8 so far. Okay. 9, 10. No smoke. 11, 12, 11. Made it smoke. Never mind. Yeah, no, 11 made it smoke. 13, I do this. 13 or 14. 14, 15, 16. 16, 17, 18, 19. So 19 it sets on fire. Before it was 10, now it's 19. So that's almost a 10 shell difference in armor. That's actually crazy. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and blow up these trophy trucks now. So the durability test, armor does make a difference, however, it is not a huge difference. And as you can see here, the trophy trucks do not stand a chance against RPGs. However, that is the case with most weapons in Grand Theft Auto 5. Most weapons just immediately just eat shit when it comes to RPGs. So, now that we have successfully tested this trophy truck to the moon and back in terms of durability, now we're going to go ahead and take our fully armored, fully engined up trophy truck, and we are going to go do the special test, which in this case is... Let's just see how well it does driving off-road. We already saw before during the evasion test that this thing just eats the ground. But how well does it actually do at, you know, doing off-road in general? And personally, in my opinion, there is no greater test of an off-road vehicle than having it scale up Mount Chiliad. So I am going to go past Stab City here, and we're going to head down this highway, or down Route 68, and we're going to turn right onto Joshua. And then we're going to take the dirt road next to Stab City all the way out to Mount Chiliad. Here's Mount Chiliad. We're just gonna gun it just straight up. Because why not? Oh, it's just eating this incline, dude. The incline is just no match for this thing. It is just absolutely consuming these inclines. The trophy truck, you take it up a mountain and it asks, what fucking mountain, man? I swear. Oh my god, this thing is amazing. This thing, I'm just gonna record here a little bit to get a thumbnail. Oh my god. This thing just eats the dirt. It just consumes this shit. It just says, what mountain? And it just eats Chiliad. It just fucking eats this mountain. Oh my god. Look at this thing go. This is a 10 out of 10 for off-road, dude. 5 out of 5, I mean. If I can remember my own damn scaling system. I'm sorry if this video is a little rough. It's the very first one of this series, so as it goes, it'll get a bit more fleshed out. Holy shit, dude. This thing is just amazing. This thing just eats like crazy. This thing just eats the fucking terrain, dude. Absolutely destroys this fucking thing. Oh my god. So, as you can see, this thing absolutely ain't Mount Chiliad. It's getting a 5 out of 5 on its specialty test. This thing ate the mountain like it was its fucking breakfast. This truck is amazing. So, customization test, it got a 2 out of 5 because you can do the very basic modifications to this truck. For the speed test, it gets a 3 out of 5. It's very speedy for an off-road truck. For the durability test, I think I originally said 2 out of 5, but I'll give it a 3 out of 5. In terms of default Grand Theft Auto vehicles, it seems to do really good. The armored variant seems to stop a lot of different bullets directly to the hood. So as long as you keep moving, you'll definitely be fine. And for the specialty test, it crushes it 5 out of 5. So in terms of the 5 tests, it seems like we got a 2, a 3. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot the evasion test. The evasion test, I'll give it also a 4 out of 5. The off-road capabilities of this thing being a 5 out of 5, the evasion test, it's a 4 out of 5. Because you can just tear this thing off-road, and the cops are just absolutely befuddled. Because they just cannot catch up with you. So, for the customization test, it gets a 2 out of 5. For the speed test, it gets a 3 out of 5. Evasion, it gets a 4 out of 5. Durability, it gets a 3 out of 5. And special off-roading test, it gets a 5 out of 5. So, all in all, this is a pretty fucking great vehicle. I'm not going to give any of the vehicles that I do drive or dive a final rating, other than determining whether if I would drive these or dive these into the water, into the ocean. I will let the final verdict of if these vehicles are worth having up to you, whether that be in GTA Online or if you are... This video is kind of less targeted towards GTA Online, but more targeted towards people in roleplay servers. If you're looking for, you know, certain vehicles to use for certain, you know, RP heists or just to fill out a character's, you know, personality or whatever, this is a damn good truck to run stuff with. You can take quite a few rounds to its, you know, engine before it decides to shit out on you if you have armor. It does a very good moderate speed, and especially if you're out running some police cruisers, this thing can do off-road like they absolutely cannot. So, my final verdict on this truck is a drive. I would absolutely drive the shit out of this thing, and I do quite recreationally as well. Whenever I'm bored, I feel like, you know, playing some driving games, since I don't have, trophy truck. This is not looking good, buddy. Oh, there goes the hood. Well, even though the hood's gone, this thing is still gonna be a fucking trooper when it comes to driving. I'm actually gonna fix this bitch up, because that was a complete accident. And it looks like he's getting chased by cops. Very cool. Something that we've proved that this thing can outrun very well. So, yeah, this vehicle is just really fucking great. I typically drive around with this vehicle on my recreational time when I'm just bored and I want to do some off-roading. This is pretty much my go-to vehicle when I decide that I want to load up some single player and just go drive around for a couple hours, because driving around in GTA is super fun. When you're bored, you just load up some GTA and go driving around for a couple of hours while you decide either something else to do, or you decide what other vehicles you want to drive or what you want to do. So this vehicle is absolutely a barrel of fun. So, with that decided, I'd like to thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to leave a like if you enjoy this idea of Drive or Dive. And subscribe to see more Drive or Dive, because I do want to keep making these because I think it's fun. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. I've been your boy Ben Boy, and as always, I will see you in the next activity. Bye-bye.
My heart rages around like an ocean in my head, because there are so many things that I live